And I wish life was easy where we could be like, oh, I understand why I'm going through this. Okay, got it. Oh, I understand where God is taking me. Okay, cool. I wish life was that easy, but if life was that easy, I don't believe life would be as beautiful. Because in order to appreciate the highs, we must have the lows. In order to appreciate the sun, we must have the rain. In order to appreciate the flats, we must have the mountains. And one thing that climbing mountains has always taught me, and y'all know what I'm about to say, just because the valley is ugly doesn't mean the peak isn't beautiful. The valley might be ugly, but the peak is beautiful. So never stop climbing. Never freaking stop climbing. And some of those mountains in your life were only, my friend Najwa says this. She says, the mountains that we're carrying were only meant to climb. And some of us are carrying emotional, spiritual mountains in our life. And we're wondering why life seems so heavy. Put down that mountain and climb that mountain. Man, for y'all that just tuned in, I just want to say this one last thing and repeat this because I feel like this is super powerful. The size of a mustard seed, man. Just think about that for a moment. And literally, I felt that today. Like 99% of me wanted to quit. 99% of me wanted to go back home. But it was 1% that outweighed that 99%. And what that taught me is that as long as you have the things that are more powerful, hope, faith, it doesn't matter what your life looks like, doesn't matter what your life seems like, doesn't matter what's trying to power your life and control your life. That mustard seed faith can move mountains. And the more you live in faith, the more you live in peace, the more you live in gratefulness, gratitude, appreciation, the more beautiful life becomes. You see, some of us, we're only seeing the dark times because those are the lenses that we're wearing. You know, it's hard to see the beautiful, it's hard to see the beauty of life when the glasses that you're seeing life is full of darkness. It's hard to see what life is truly producing, the fruits, if all you're doing is seeing the things that keep you in your prison. So if you can do anything for me today, all I ask is that you just take time to say thank you. And that was one trigger that I did today, actually. Every time I climbed a peak and I was dead, ASS tired, I said thank you. Because even in that tiredness, it's still a blessing. Even in that pain, it's still a blessing. Because I understand with my permission that those things can turn into beautiful things in my life if I allow it to. So I just want you to say thank you. Thank you for it all. Because everything is working out for your good if you choose to believe that. So be grateful for today. You know, I was telling Instagram Live this morning as I went live with the sunset. I said, you know, I'm not a morning person, but I love sunrises. I love sunrises because I'm grateful that I have another chance at life. And I love sunsets because sunsets remind me that I made it through another day of life. And if you can just find gratefulness in those things, it will drastically change your life. Because what happens is how you start your day will influence your day, how you finish your day will influence your tomorrows. And I found out in my life when I have that gratefulness for the sunrise and the sunset, the time in between that, it's forced me to put on a different set of lenses that allows me to see life for what it is. And so I know that's a thing that seems too good to be true, and it's so simple. And a lot of us, we want these hacks on life, these crazy formulas. And if you do this, if you wake up, if you just learn to be grateful, man, gratefulness is the medicine to your soul. Gratefulness activates your peace, and peace is the greatest riches, right? The greatest wealth is peace, period. And if you can activate gratefulness in your life by saying thank you, just do that. When you wake up in the morning, just say thank you. When you lay your head down at night, just say thank you. And that will change your life. You think you think what you're missing is something external. You think it's a status. You think it's a amount of money. You think it's some followers online. You think it's a blue check by your name. You think it's some recognition. You think it's something external. But what you're truly missing is appreciation. Because I'm telling you right now, and I've seen this in my life, I've seen this in so many people's lives. I got to sit next to a billionaire this past week. And you know what he told me? He said, Trent, I realized something in my life. And I want y'all to hear me clear, man. A billionaire with a B, Billy, capital B. He said, there's no celebration. And I said, what do you mean? He said, a lot of people think that once you become financially free, there's this celebration. He says, there's no celebration. And he said, what I realized is that the goal isn't to be financially free. The goal is to be spiritually free. Because no matter how much you have, what you have, who you are, if your soul's in bondage, there's no amount of money that can buy your way out of suffering.